evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Tuesday, December 20, 2022. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Siblings aged 1 and 5 killed in POMEROON River, both mishap. 11-year-old student found dead in backyard. State House attacker comes off ventilator to be interrogated, says crime chief. 80% of murders recorded this year solved, says CID head, and pregnant mother of 6 to get house for Christmas. Now for the news in detail. 2 children aged 1 and 5 have tragically lost their lives after the boat in which they were traveling capsized in the POMEROON River in Region 2. The victims have been identified as Josiah and Roshana Atkinson, respectively. The accident occurred at about 20:30 hours on Monday in the vicinity of Upper POMEROON riverine community of St. Monica, when the children and their parents, Benot and Novita Atkinson, were heading home in a boat. The boat's 75 HP Yamaha engine collided with an object floating in the river, and the boat flipped, throwing the family into the water. Benot and Novita managed to swim to shore, but the children went missing. Their bodies were recovered on Tuesday morning. Meanwhile, according to Regional Commander Kemraj Shivbaran, members of this family were not wearing life jackets when tragedy struck, and they were using a cell phone flashlight to provide them with light as they navigated their way home. Our Berbice correspondent Andrew Carmichael joins us now to report that an 11-year-old child was on Monday found dead under a hammock in her backyard. Here are the details.
Dead is 11-year-old Tanisha Johnson, a student of Tagore Memorial Secondary and of No. 50 Village Quarantine, Region 6, East Berbice Quarantine. According to the police, the child's 35-year-old mother, Latoya Laverick, called Toya, had left her 4 children at home and proceeded to buy fish from a mobile vendor located on the public road about 50 meters away from her home. Whilst making the purchase, the woman's 9-year-old son rushed to inform her that her 11-year-old daughter was dead. According to the victim's sister, it was only moments before that she saw her sister alive and jolly.
When my sister come downstairs and call for she was swinging in the hammock. But a couple minutes after mommy called for money, and I come downstairs and I go. While I was coming downstairs full pajamas, I raised my head and I see she on her knees in the hammock. She neck wrapped around the hammock. So I went and checked on she and I tell she get up now. You can't fool me. But then I didn't see she respond and I hold she hand and I just loose it and she didn't move or nothing. Then I raised up she close to see if she breathing and she wasn't breathing. I only like hold your face protect out my hand here, had blood. When I see it, my heart start hurting and I feel weak. So when I run and go out and it would have fallen and I didn't have the strength to get it back. So I just shout, Mommy Tanisha dead.
The child's mother said that she was delayed while making her fish purchase, but maintains that she was not away for a lengthy period of time.
I go to with $1,000 for buying $1,000 fish. And the man didn't get no $1,000 fish, you can get $3,000 and $4,000 fish. So I call and tell them let them bring out $5,000. I said my cousin to tell them bring out $5,000 for me. And he's bring them the money and then turn and see she dead in the hammock.
Police say the child was picked up and rushed to the Skeldon Hospital where she was pronounced dead on arrival.
Tanisha, because the person nobody couldn't tell she nonsense. So big little, she didn't care whoever tells she something, tells she answers everybody back. Everybody she answers back. Don't she big sister, she just answers back. And sometimes she told me, she said, Mommy, if I tell her to do something, Mommy, but not me for do this. And she's a person love to eat. Anything she see lingering around, she always want to eat. She always want to eat. She's a very nice person.
The body is currently at the Skeldon Hospital mortuary awaiting a post-mortem examination. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
A construction worker had his hands severed in an attack on his person by 2 men who had just left a wedding reception in Quarantine. Our Berbice correspondent Andrew Carmichael joins us again with this report.
The incident took place on Sunday at Letterkenny Village. Those injured are 24-year-old Virasamy Naidu and his father, Munsamy Naidu, 45, both construction workers. The younger Naidu suffered the worst fate.
The hand got to clean out, the left hand. There's a skin, a little thing that pull out, but and Was to kind of doctor and got to hospital. And then run with him Amsterdam.
Munsami said when he was being attacked, his son had already gotten home from the wedding reception. It was the daughter of a friend of his who got married, and the reception was held in the village. According to him, Versami came to his rescue when he lost his hand.
They begging me the next ride in the gaff. So I pick up my cycle, they begging me call up a cycle to ride up. You say how me so if you know the way spit on my face. So turn back me on a cycle me what. Me say, oh me go do something like that boy. Why me go spit on your face? Right? You say yeah my you spit on me, that was. So I say, but if I do that, because I know them are walking by, you understand? So I say, if I do that, I'm sorry. By the time I reach house, the man reach behind me. Let me see him run and slide down and fall down. When I fall down now, pure lash. And chap, just two chap, here brat side on my head, whole skin. So my son, you hear a noise because I'm in the CCTV in the kitchen. So my son come out. My son come out, yeah, why beat my daddy so why my daddy do I beat and so far. The son I run up to my son. And he fire on chop and he bar so chop out the soul.
Speaking of the events which led to the chopping incident, the man said he had no previous issues with the two men. He claimed that he did not have any encounter with them at the wedding. According to the construction worker, when his son was picked up and taken to the POMEROON hospital, his arm was hanging by the skin. He said at the POMEROON hospital, they completely severed the arm before transferring the injured man to the New Amsterdam hospital. Meanwhile, the police have since arrested one of the two suspects. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
The Criminal Investigation Department of the Guyana Police Force has recorded a total of 122 murders, of which 80% were solved. Bishop Mohammed reports.
This is according to Crime Chief Wendell Blanham during the department's annual Christmas luncheon and award ceremony at Police Headquarters, Ifleri, Georgetown.
We have recorded in the year 2022 122 murders, and this is the third lowest number of murders recorded over a 10-year period. More importantly, our detection or clear-up rate for murder is at an all-time high. That is 80.3%. You can give yourselves a round of applause.
Apart from the murder statistics, the crime chief also noted that the Guyana Police Force in general has done excellently in putting a dent in the narco trade.
Over the past 5 years, the third highest cocaine seizure was made this year, and that is 294 kilograms of cocaine. Over the last 5 years, the highest cannabis seizure was made in this year also. That is 789 kilograms of cannabis. And finally, in the year 2022, 78 illegal firearms were taken out of circulation.
The statistics he posited represent a 19% reduction in serious crimes from January 1 to date.
Our comparative analysis for serious crime revealed that this year we have recorded 1,521 crimes, as opposed to 2,002 last year. And this represents a 19% reduction in serious crimes, which translates to 481 less serious crimes recorded for the present period when compared to last year.
Meanwhile, he commended the ranks for their hard work and dedication, while noting come 2023 more focus will be placed on training.
In terms of our focus, moving ahead in the year 2023, greater emphasis will be placed on technology, training, recruitment, and partnership. The Criminal Investigation Department intends to exploit technology and data to identify, disrupt, and dismantle criminal groups. We intend to continue to work with and collaborate with ranks at the command center and have them deliver to us valuable and real-time information. Our team of forensic video analysts will be exposed to further advanced training to enhance their investigative skills. In the year 2023, 60 more ranks will be targeted for training before they are inducted into the Criminal Investigation Department.
The crime chief also stated that more will be done to bridge the gap between the public and the Guyana Police Force in order to regain trust and confidence. Meanwhile, the Best Cop Award for 2023 was given to Sergeant Kester Cosbert from the Major Crimes Investigation Unit, with Woman Sergeant Marlene Rodney as the runner-up from the Trafficking in Person Unit. Bisha Mohammed, The Evening News.
Almost 1 week after he was severely wounded by gunshot as he tried to invade State House, a Nigerian national has finally been taken off a ventilator and is shortly expected to be interrogated on the attack he had mounted on the official home of the first family. This is according to Crime Chief Wendell Blanham. Let's take a look.
At this point in time, the State House attacker is still hooked up to the ventilator, and we weren't able to interview him. We have just received some further information that they took him off the ventilator. So as a result of that, a team of investigators, they're on their way to see if they can have access to him to interview him in relation to the incident at the State House.
25-year-old Nigerian national Bethel Ikena Chinzi was last Thursday shot twice by presidential guards after he attempted to invade State House in an apparent attempt to assassinate the president. In his invasion attempt, Chinzi stabbed the presidential guard 5 times about his body and relieved the female guard of her firearm she was carrying. Chinzi arrived in Guyana on March 13, 2020 and was previously employed with a security company. Coming up, investments to ship produce directly within CARICOM, reliable electricity for Region 1, says Ali, and the Teaching Service Commission to be established by year-end. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
This Christmas, give the gift of life by protecting your loved ones against vaccine-preventable diseases. The Ministry of Health's nightly vaccination campaign continues throughout December at the Ministry of Health tarmac up to 7 p.m., Mondays to Saturdays. Administration of the HPV vaccine for children begins from 9 years old. So come out, adults, and bring your children to get vaccinated against HPV. But that's not all. Since it's a season of giving, we are gifting back to school supplies to children receiving HPV and COVID-19 vaccines throughout December. Adults, gifts for you too when you are vaccinated at the Ministry of Health, Brickdam, on December 25th, 26th, and 31st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, contact us at 226-8171 or 226-3103. Vaccinate what you create. A message from the Ministry of Health and UNICEF.
Superbet com certeza a sua melhor escolha. Com mais de 200 jogos online com Superbet, você aposta é para ganhar. Cadastre-se hoje, está esperando o quê? Basta acessar o www.superbet.gy. Clicar em registrar e você já está apto a participar. Lembrando que o Superbet não é recomendado para menores de 18 anos.
Optic offers great patient care that is tailored for my entire family.
At Optic, a wide selection of affordable optical frames and optical services are available to fit your budget.
At Optic, my family is provided with comprehensive eye examination and access to the ophthalmology services, all under one roof.
Optic takes pride in delivering exceptional customer service and a unique experience to you, our customers.
Optic Vision Care is a company that is Guyanese born and grown that will help you take care of your precious eyes.
This Christmas, give the gift of life by protecting your loved ones against vaccine-preventable diseases. The Ministry of Health's nightly vaccination campaign continues throughout December at the Ministry of Health tarmac up to 7 p.m., Mondays to Saturdays. Administration of the HPV vaccine for children begins from 9 years old. So come out, adults, and bring your children to get vaccinated against HPV. But that's not all. Since it's a season of giving, we are gifting back to school supplies to children receiving HPV and COVID-19 vaccines throughout December. Adults, gifts for you too when you are vaccinated at the Ministry of Health, Brickdam, on December 25th, 26th, and 31st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, contact us at 226-8171 or 226-3103. Vaccinate what you create. A message from the Ministry of Health and UNICEF.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Last evening, this newscast aired a story of a pregnant mother of 6 seeking help to make her life less onerous for Christmas. Our Berbice correspondent, Andrew Carmichael, reports that the struggling family's Christmas wish will come true following the intervention of President Dr. Irfan Ali, who has ordered that a new house be built for them. Here is this story.
That was the initial sound as work commenced here at Bloomfield, where a contractor has 5 days to ensure that a house is ready. It's completed, painted, and ready for occupancy. He has 5 days to do it. The president has instructed. The story of the 29-year-old pregnant mother of 6 was first made public on Sunday in the Guyana Times. The story caught the attention of President Dr. Irfan Ali, who was since ordered that the woman, Robina Bentik of Rotterdam Village East Bank, Berbice in Region 6, be given a new house for Christmas. By Monday, arrangements were made through the Housing Ministry for a house lot to be donated to the mother, and by evening, a contractor was given the task to ensure that a completed 2-bedroom house be built before Christmas morning. Today, the contractor commenced at a plot at Bloomfield. Construction is expected to continue non-stop until the house is completed. Benedict has been living in Berbice for the past 2 months after the company her husband worked with went under. She explained that is why she migrated from Region 10 up at Demerara, Berbice, and came to Region 6 to live where her husband's relatives are. Her children are ages 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2 years, with the youngest being 19 months old. They all live in an 8 feet by 10 feet house, which has 2 hammocks and a mattress. Her husband has been incarcerated for a series of assaults committed on his parents and neighbors. The woman's Christmas wish was to have some comfort, inclusive of food, on the table for her children. The woman had explained to this newscast that on many days she did not know where the next meal was coming from. For the Evening News, Andrew Carmichael.
Enabling direct market links for agricultural produce to the Caribbean is a major vision of Region 1, and President Dr. Irfan Ali has announced a series of investments in electricity and infrastructure to make this vision come to fruition. Rupa Sinarain tells us more.
President Dr. Irfan Ali addressed residents of Port Kaituma on Monday as he was joined by Amerindian Affairs Minister Pauline Sukai, Local Government Minister Nigel Darmlal, and Housing Minister Colin Kroll. In terms of agriculture, Ali told residents that they can expect support to ensure that all arable lands are put to use, as well as transportation mechanisms to access markets. In the first quarter of 2023, the new MV Malaysia will start plying the Northwest route.
We want to help you with the equipment, bringing in the equipment, help you to establish the farm so that you can have proper drainage, help you so that you can develop the capacity of the region, and then support you through a transportation infrastructure so you can get the produce to the market. Now that we are removing all the trade barriers in CARICOM, we can easily get our food production, our agricultural products in the market sector without barriers. So what we want to do is to export directly from here to those locations.
To do this, it was stated that a proper facility in keeping with all standards is needed in the region, to which a new wharf is in the pipeline. As it relates to transportation, the Guyanese leader said his administration is looking not only at agriculture, but general commute. Next year, an assessment of riverine villages will be conducted, followed by support for children to traverse to their schools. Meanwhile, Ali addressed the issue of electricity, adding that while it is a demand, the cost must be affordable.
These communities are geographically challenging, so we have to build off-grid system that will support our future development needs. because we want every single school in Guyana to have a smart classroom. We want every single center to be connected through technology to the hospitals in Georgetown. We have already budgeted a 400 kVA solar farm in Mabaruma. Now, coming here, we're examining the possibility of a 900 kVA solar farm system for this community.
Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
Having previously not confirmed the timeline for the establishment of the Teaching Service Commission, President Dr. Irfan Ali has now revealed that this commission will be established by this year's end. Gerald Bryan reports.
President Dr. Irfan Ali is presently in Region 1, Barima Waini, where he has visited a number of communities to hear the concerns of residents. On one such visit to Matthews Ridge, concerns were raised by a local teacher about the education system. It was at this time that President Ali revealed that the Teaching Service Commission will be established by this year-end.
My friend raised the issue with education and the Teaching Service Commission. The problem is that the Teaching Service Commission is not appointed as yet. And the Teaching Service Commission is not appointed and functioning as yet because we had delays, we had to deal with the opposition. The leader of the opposition went to court to try to block the appointment of the commission during the consultation. We are now in a position, before the end of this year, the Teaching Service Commission is going to be appointed so that teachers can be appointed all across the country.
During a side interview last week, President Ali had told the media that just one name is outstanding from the Teaching Service Commission. In fact, the president had said that he had been hoping to wrap up the process for appointing the commissioners last week. The Teaching Service Commission, which is in charge of appointing and disciplining teachers, was last appointed in 2018. At the time, the commission had included Avril Crawford, Alan Munro, Elizabeth Ramlal, Amjad Ali Shaw, Deborah Thomas, and Barbara Thomas Holder. The then Chief Education Officer Marcel Hudson was meanwhile appointed as an ex officio member of the commission. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
The new Demerara River Bridge, work for which has already commenced, is still on track for completion within 2 years. Here is Gerald Bryan again with the details.
In a recent interview, Vice President Barry Jagdeo explained that work on the US $261 million new Demerara River Bridge has already started. He was moreover confident that it can be completed in 2 years.
Apparently, they're doing work now, because they have to do testing the work. They're doing boreholes now because from what I gather, where each one of those structures will go, they have to understand the geology there. And so that work is being done. That would ensure that the final designs be ready. But we still believe it will be done within a 2 years time frame. 2 years it will be completed.
According to the Vice President, there has so far not been any time slippages in any of these major projects. In fact, Jagdeo noted that the timeline for the bridge will coincide with several of Guyana's other major infrastructure projects.
And that will coincide with the 4-lane completion from Cream to the bridge, the development, the gas to energy project, the 4-lane from Ogle that has a 2 years time to will come to the bridge. So large. They're coming along the lines. So far we haven't had any major slippage on timelines on any one of these projects.
The construction of the new Demerara River Bridge is being done by China State Construction Engineering Limited. The bridge will land at Back Nandi Park, East Bank Demerara, and at Lagrange, West Bank Demerara. It is expected to bring much needed relief to commuters not only on the west bank of Demerara but also those on the east bank. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
The Ministry of Labor, through the Board of Industrial Training, and the Ministry of Public Works, through the Government Electrical Inspectorate, have collaborated to train and assess persons who wish to acquire an electrical contractor's license. Find out more in this Lawanda McAllister report.
The Ministries of Labor and Public Works, through their respective agencies, signed a Memorandum of Understanding to train and license electrical contractors. Through the MOU, the Public Works Ministry will provide the syllabus for the program, while a Board of Industrial Training will facilitate training and conduct assessments of persons wishing to attain the license. Minister of Labor Joseph Hamilton said both ministries found it important to have the issue of contractors paying hefty sums for a building to be signed off discontinued.
A lot of people run wires in the construction industry, but in large measure, most of them are unable to sign off on a building, and they have to go look for some man in the village to send the document. And for young contractors, up-and-coming contractors, sometimes they have to pay hefty cost, 200,000, 400,000, whatever number from the money they've made. So we are attempting here together and collaboratively to bring that to an end and to see how the Inspectorate Department could help us regarding accreditation, certification of persons we are training in electrical installation, and that is what this Memorandum of Understanding is about.
Meanwhile, Minister of Public Works Juan Edgel revealed that the MOU has opened an avenue for hundreds of women and men in this field to be adequately trained. He said it is the intention of the PPPC administration under the stewardship of President Dr. Irfan Ali to make the delivery of services to citizens easier.
Everything that can be done to make life easier, more affordable, and to ensure that when it comes to permits and licensing for people to make it easier is at the heart and at the center of what President Ali and the PPPC government wants to see happen. With our ambitious 50,000 new house lots being distributed, maybe 60% of those building their homes through financing that is arranged through commercial banks, persons who already have their own homes now upgrading their homes because of more disposable income and affordability. People are putting in air conditioning units in their homes that they didn't have before. People are now moving to two-phase supply of electricity to make sure they get 220, 240 volts in. There's a great demand in this area.
Lawanda McAllister reporting for the Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbor Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Wednesday, December 21st at 3 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Wednesday, December 21st at 14 hours 40 for a period of 1.5 hours.
Ramsamy retains prestigious Mr. Guyana title, and Anai Waramadong humble foreign teams in KFC Goodwill. Details of these stories in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
This Christmas, give the gift of life by protecting your loved ones against vaccine-preventable diseases. The Ministry of Health's nightly vaccination campaign continues throughout December at the Ministry of Health tarmac up to 7 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays. Administration of the HPV vaccine for children begins from 9 years old. So come out, adults, and bring your children to get vaccinated against HPV. But that's not all. Since it's a season of giving, we are gifting back to school supplies to children receiving HPV and COVID-19 vaccines throughout December. Adults, gifts for you too when you are vaccinated at the Ministry of Health, Brickdam, on December 25th, 26th, and 31st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, contact us at 226-8171 or 226-3103. Vaccinate what you create. A message from the Ministry of Health and UNICEF.
It's November already, and soon it will be Christmas. So we at John Lewis Styles are giving away one Amazon Echo Show every week in November and every day in December. Stream music and videos, make video calls and control smart devices, alarms, reminders and lots more. Every $5,000 spent gives you a chance to win when you shop for clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage and accessories. So visit us on Waterloo Street. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
This Christmas, guess what? You're guaranteed to save big right at National Hardware Limited. Shopping for Christmas trees? We've got all sizes from the traditional to the ones with a modern twist. Garlands, wreaths, lights, and Christmas inflatables are what you need to bring that Christmas cheer. Out with the old and in with the new. We've got curtains, carpets, and so much more to spruce up your home for the holidays. Save time too, and get presents for both boys and girls, whether big or small. National Hardware has you covered, in more ways than one this holiday season. Check out our superstore at 13 to 14 Industrial Site, Rumvelt. Telephone number 231-1091-95. Or downtown at 17 to 19A Water Street. Telephone number 227-1961.
Miners, welders, and contractors. Have broken parts caused you tremendous downtime? Do you need an extra heavy-duty, dependable welding machine that will get the toughest jobs done and can also double as a generator to power all of your tools? Well, your #1 industrial solutions provider, Sylvie's, has you covered. We currently have in stock the Hobart Champion Elite Arc Welder and Generator. This capable electric start generator produces up to 11,000 watts of AC power to run tools, work lights, or backup power during an outage. It can simultaneously deliver 150 amps weld output and 8,000 watts of generator power, and can run up to 14 hours on one 12-gallon tank of gas. This portable generator handles mild steel, stainless steel, and cast iron with a maximum thickness of ½ inch in a single pass. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it our 31 High and Hatfield Streets, Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvie's Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades.
This Christmas, give the gift of life by protecting your loved ones against vaccine-preventable diseases. The Ministry of Health's nightly vaccination campaign continues throughout December at the Ministry of Health tarmac up to 7 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays. Administration of the HPV vaccine for children begins from 9 years old. So come out, adults, and bring your children to get vaccinated against HPV. But that's not all. Since it's a season of giving, we are gifting back to school supplies to children receiving HPV and COVID-19 vaccines throughout December. Adults, gifts for you too when you are vaccinated at the Ministry of Health, Brickdam, on December 25th, 26th, and 31st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, contact us at 226-8171 or 226-3103. Vaccinate what you create. A message from the Ministry of Health and UNICEF.